you landed the D-Day on Utah Beach. It's high time to welcome a veteran of the Second World War who contributed outstandingly to the liberation of France. And I'm very happy to receive you with your family, your friends, and that makes it particularly intimate and friendly. To the best of my knowledge, I think it's the first time that we award here a hero of the Second World War in this residence. Usually I bestow Israeli or French personalities. This time it's an American soldier, an American veteran, and I understand this was your wish that we do this here in this little piece of France in the middle of Yafo. So I feel particularly honored. This is important. Why? It's because of you. I will come back to you. But it's also, you know, that without America, without the United States, the fate of the war obviously may have been different, and obviously the fight would have been much longer, much more difficult. And so the contribution of the United States of America has been clearly decisive. And your life is an extraordinary reminder to all of us, from the oldest generation to the youngest, of how the personal path of an individual can fall with the greatest historical narratives. So let me come back to your history. I understand you were, Daniel, graduated from the New York Institute of Applied Agriculture in 1941. You were promised to have a great career in agriculture. The same year, we all know about the infamous attack, Japanese attack of Pearl Harbor. And you decided otherwise. You had excellent reasons to stay in your motherland, not to register for the draft, but you thought it was essential to be there, to contribute with your generosity, your courage, loyalty, your heroism. So on your own will, you decided in 1942 to stand for people's freedom, and this exceptional sense of duty, you would show it during the entire course of the war. You did not ponder over, hesitate. You feel the appeal right away. And of course, it looks maybe simple nowadays, but in America of 1942, who stayed away from the conflict for the first 2 years of the conflict, there was nothing obvious there. Assigned to the 7th Combat Engineer Battalion of the 5th Infantry Division, you landed in Utah Beach in the wake of the D-Day. Your expertise in bridge building and bomb disposal was paramount in sustaining the momentum of the Allied offensive. Thus, along with your comrades, you took part of retaking the Norman localities of Vidouville, Biéville in July 1944. And further, you contributed to the liberation of Angers and Chartres, two cities occupied by the Nazis. And yet, despite the intense pace at which you were encountering fightings, the worst was still to come. This would be the Battle of Metz, en Lorraine. In the words of your own commander, the siege on the forts of the city was a harrowing, surrealistic experience, like a house of horrors. One can solely assume the ruthlessness of such battle scenes. Who indeed can imagine the degree of atrocities you have experienced during this war? Who, except the people who were there with you, less and less, on the battlefield? As for us today, we can only honor the memories of those who resisted and battled for the sake of our freedom, our future. After several months of a dire siege, in December 1944, Metz was liberated thanks to your bravery and that of your peers. This courageous victory marked the end of your fight in France, Daniel, but far from being over, you combated successfully in Luxembourg at the Great Battle of Bulge, where the American army lost 19,000 of its men. You were there also on the German, Austrian, and Czech fronts, and along with your companions, I understand you made 25 crossings of river possible and covered some 3,300 kilometers from Normandy to Eastern Europe in order to put an end to the killing spree of the Nazi apparatus. Dear Daniel, you, along with your brother in arms, with all the allies, with the righteous and with the French resistance, you gave us the opportunity to restore our dignity, our unity. You enabled the French Republic to regain its values, these very values that our elders deemed too rashly inalterable. You reminded the whole nation that, to borrow Jean Jaurès' own words, the Republic is the right for every man, regardless of his religious belief, to have its share of sovereignty. So today, dear Daniel, I can stand in front of you and say on behalf of my country that we will be forever obliged to you and to every veterans and fallen soldiers who chose to rise up. I do so mindful that there is no praise, no ceremony or parade, no commemoration that can truly honor the grandeur of your service. For that, we have to do more. For that, we have to commit this day and every day to serve you as well as you served us. Cher Daniel, I understood that you were given the title of Lieutenant Blast during the war because of your loud voice. Is that true? That's true?
They used to call me Lieutenant Blast.
Lieutenant Blast, yes, Lieutenant Blast. So may your bold cry for liberty and for fraternity be heard for all the future generations. And I'm certain your grandchildren, your children, and maybe your grandchildren are very proud of their father, grandfather, grandfather. So, cher Daniel, on account of all your achievements and your exceptional services to France, I'm particularly happy and deeply honored to bestow you Knight of the Chevalier de la Légion d'honneur. Daniel.
Bravo.
This is the most difficult part.
It's the thickest part.
I want pictures of you.